Hello everyone. Welcome to another learning session of Foundation of Programming at CodeMode, where you learn by practice. Currently you are learning about internet, and in today's class we will learn about IP address. Before I start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, especially if you are watching on YouTube. For complete course and practice, go to our platform my.codemode.us. Let's begin. As you have already learned in the previous class, that IP address is one of the three primary components of internet. I also mentioned that IP address is the way to locate a computer. Like our homes, which has an address or unique address, or every physical location has an address, every building has an address, a computer in the network also has an address, and that address is called IP address. When we go to google.com and search for a text, that request goes to Google's computer. We also refer that as a server because it serves as the response. So Google's server, how does it know where to send it back? How does it know to send the result back to our computer? And that answer lies in IP address. Each computer, when you connect to the internet, gets a unique address. Now the difference between our home address and internet, the device address on the internet, is that our home address is static because our home is not moving. Once you construct a home in a community or in a city or a town, you get a fixed address. The street number, the house number, all of that is pretty much fixed. However, in the case of a device which you are joining a network, what I mean by joining the network is many times you may switch off the mobile, you can shut down the laptop. That means you're taking it out of the network. So there is no fixed address. You're not constantly in the network. So when you join a network, you are assigned a new IP address every time in most of the cases. That means you can exit or you can enter the network anytime you want, but then you get a address. And that address may be different than the address you got it previous time, in the last time. So network assigns an IP address to you, to your device, either laptop or phone or any internet enabled device. Now we can also get static IP addresses, and in fact most of the servers over the internet like Google's server and all may have a static address because it makes it easy for computers to reach to that address. Now, as you know, when you connect from a computer, suppose this is your client, the computer, this is your browser, your computer is called client because you are making a request. It goes to a server or another computer which is going to, you're making a request and it's going to return the response or result. So let's say this is Google. When you are making a request, the request also takes, the browser also sends the IP address of your computer to the server. So that server when responds, it knows where to go back. And that's why the response comes back to you. Now that you understand what is IP address and why it is so useful, let's understand the format of IP address. An IP address is basically a 4-byte data. In this one, take this example. I'm going to write it in a little bigger, 94.241.7.93. I took a random number. Now in this one, you can see the 4 parts, each separated by a dot or period. This is your first part, this is your second, third and fourth part. Each part is 1 byte. That means it can store numbers from 0 to 255. If you remember, it's 0 to 2 to the power 8 because there are 8 bits minus 1 because we are starting with 0. So each value, again 69.241.7.93. In this one, each number can store a value up to 0 to 255. This one also 0 to 255 maximum value. Same here, same here. Now together, if you look at it, and you can understand that there are four numbers and it can store the value like this. Now together it can store all the combinations. If you try mathematically, it would be what we refer as 2 to the power 32 minus 1, which is these many. So these many unique IP addresses are possible. That means if you have more than this number, at least two devices won't have same IP address, and that could be a problem, because now when server responds with a, it does not know where to go. The IP address has to be unique in the network. It is same like if two houses have the same address, where will the postman deliver the mail? So with growing number of the phones, machines, and all the sensors who are joining the network, even nowadays refrigerator, bulbs, all are Wi-Fi enabled. That means it can join a Wi-Fi and become part of a network, and that means even one bulb will need a unique IP address. So now the technology world is expanding this to accommodate more and more IP addresses. That means the IP address IPv4, this 4-byte format, is changing to make it now 6-byte format to accommodate more number of devices in the network. Now important part here, which I missed to mention, that when we talk about these four numbers connected, separated by dot, the first two are usually reserved for a network provider. So if I'm taking internet connection from my provider AT&T in US or T-Mobile, usually these first two numbers are represented these first two numbers are given are representing actually the AT&T's network, and then last two are reserved usually for your device. This could be for your phone, laptop, and all that part. And this way each network assigns this address, and a network knows that this is my IP address and I know where this device is. So that's how typically an IP address is structured, and it becomes very useful. I hope you understood this concept. Now if you have any question, go ahead and post it in the community forum, and either I or someone would be happy to answer. Take time to solve the quiz. It will also test your knowledge and understanding. That's all in today's class. I'll see you all in the next class. Keep learning.